Here is how to get to know yourself so you can stop feeling lost and finally start living more authentically. Do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions, trying to live up to everyone else's expectations? Or maybe you feel like you're living someone else's version of your life, feeling unsure about who you really are? Then this video might be your sign not to wait another day to start living authentically. You're probably used to trying to meet everyone else's expectations, whether it's friends, family, or society. But when you live for others, it's easy to lose sight of who you really are and feel completely lost. By the end of this video, you'll have practical steps to help you connect with your true self, stop living for other people's expectations, and create a life that feels genuinely yours. Do you ever feel like life is just too loud to hear your own thoughts? It's like you're on a treadmill that someone else set the speed for, and no matter how hard you try, you can't figure out how to stay off. That's because your inner voice, the one that actually knows what you want, has been drowned out by all the noise around you. Listening to your inner voice is like tuning in to a radio station. If the dial is off, you get static confusion, overwhelm, and indecision. But when you find the right station, everything becomes clear. The challenge is that most of us never take the time to adjust the dial. Let me share with you how you can concretely start living in alignment with what actually makes you happy instead of what everyone else expects from you. You can start by creating quiet time. You won't be able to hear your inner voice if your life is always on full blast. Take 10 minutes a day to sit quietly. No phone, no music, no distractions. Find a comfortable spot, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. You're not trying to force anything, just giving your mind a little space to wander. And this quiet time will feel weird at first, but stick with it. It's like meeting an old friend you haven't talked to in years. It'll take some time to reconnect. The more you practice, the easier it will get to hear what's actually going on inside. Then you can start gently nudging your inner voice to speak up by asking the right questions. You know, the kind that open the door instead of shutting it. So try asking yourself questions like, what's been on your mind lately that you've been avoiding? Or what's one thing you would do today if you had no obligations? What's something you used to love doing but haven't done in a while? For example, do you ever feel like your shoulds are what you want? Like you're always doing what's expected instead of what actually excites you? Or do you ever wish you had more clarity about what truly makes you happy? If you do, these questions are like breadcrumbs. They help you find your way back to what lights you up. You don't have to find the perfect answer right away. The point is to start a conversation, one that is between you and you. And that's just the starting point. I've got a whole video diving deeper into how to connect with your inner voice step by step. So if this resonated with you, be sure to check it out. It's linked below. Have you ever worked hard for something? A promotion, a big purchase, or even just crossing something off your bucket list, only to get there and think, wait, why doesn't this feel as good as I thought it would? That's a sign you might be chasing goals that are not really yours. If you let someone else pick your meal without asking what you like, there's a good chance you'll end up with something that's not satisfying. Maybe even something you don't want at all. Let me share with you how you can concretely align your life with your values so you can spend less time second-guessing yourself and have more time living the life that feels truly yours. Have you ever felt like you're living on autopilot? Maybe you're just going through the motions and following what's expected of you, but something feels off. That's often because you're living by someone else's definition of success instead of your own. So take 5 minutes to reflect on this question. What are 3 things you want to be remembered for? Maybe it's being kind, creative, adventurous, or dependable. If you're stuck, think about someone you admire. What values do they embody that inspire you? For example, do you feel a sense of pride when you help someone create something new or try something challenging? These moments often point to your values. Or do you feel drained when you say yes to something out of obligation? That might mean that you value boundaries and authenticity but struggle to honor them. When you define your values, it's like getting a compass. Decisions become clearer and life feels more aligned because you're acting in ways that reflect who you are. It's no longer about what others expect, it's about what you care about. Try to imagine a life without limits. Sometimes we don't even let ourselves think about what we truly want because we're too worried about what is practical or realistic. But Here is the thing, getting clear on your dreams helps you figure out how to make them happen in reality, step by step. Ask yourself, if money wasn't a problem, what would you do with your time? Would you travel, start a business, write a book, or volunteer? Write it all down, and no matter how big or small it feels. What do you find yourself daydreaming about when you have free time? That's often a clue about what lights you up. What activities make you lose track of time, like painting, gardening, playing, sport. These moments of flow are a sign you're tapping into something meaningful. This step isn't about quitting your job tomorrow, it's about reconnecting with your passions and desire. And once you know what they are, you can start taking small, doable steps to bring more of them into your life. If this resonates with you and you want to go deeper, I have a full video that really breaks down how to uncover your values and align your life with them. Check it out, the link is in the description below. Coming up next, I'll share with you powerful strategies to get rid of external expectations, which is an essential step in living authentically. But before we continue, I'd like to share with you a free resource. I've created a free self-discovery journal filled with prompts and questions to help you reconnect with who you truly are. It will help you reflect on your values, your true desires, and help you discover things that might be holding you back. It's a really easy way to get you started on your self-discovery journey right now. You can download it for free by clicking on the link in the description below. Do you ever find yourself doing something just because you should or because someone else expects it of you? Maybe it's a career choice, a hobby, or even a lifestyle decision that doesn't really feel like a choice. It's like you're following someone else's script for your life. But what if you could toss that script out and live by your own desires instead? Imagine the freedom of making decisions based on what you truly want and not what others think you should do. Think about your life like a garden. Your true desires are the seeds that you plant, each one representing something that matters to you. But if you let the weeds, those external expectations, take over, they will suffocate your plants and stop them from growing. To live authentically, you've got to clear out the weeds so that your true desires can grow and thrive. Let me share with you how you can concretely choose your own desires over external expectation and stop feeling like you're faking it. The first thing you need to do is to realize where all those external pressures come from. You need to pause and ask yourself, am I doing this because it's truly what I want, or is it just what someone else expects of me? This is about stepping back and asking some hard questions to figure out if your choices are being shaped by your own desires or by others. For example, do you ever feel like you should be a doctor or a lawyer because it's what your parents always dreamed for you? That might not feel like your dream at all, actually. It could just be something that is being planted in your mind by someone else's expectations. Maybe what you really want is to be an artist or a writer or start a business. Recognizing this is a huge step. Once you realize that this expectation isn't truly yours, you can start thinking about what you want instead of living someone else's dream. Or have you ever done something just to get likes or validation on social media? Maybe you have posted something just because you think it will get attention, but not because it's something you actually care about. This is a sign that you're being influenced by external validation rather than your own values. When you live for likes, it's easy to lose touch with your true desires. Recognizing it is the first step towards breaking free from the external pressure. The next step is to really focus on your true desires. What do you want? What makes your heart light up? Start paying attention to those things you love to do, the things that make you feel alive, and activities where time just flies by. For example, if money wasn't a factor, what would you be doing with your day? Maybe you would travel the world, write a book, or start a non-profit. Or maybe you would just spend your days working on a passion projects. These are the clues to what you truly desire. And when you allow yourself to dream without worrying about what is practical or expected, that's when you can start seeing what your heart really wants. And when you focus on them, you begin to align your life with your authentic self. If you want to explore this even more, I've got a separate video that dives even deeper into connecting with your true desires and letting go of outside expectations. So check it out when you're ready to take things to the next level. Now think about when you were a child. Remember how everything seemed like an adventure? You'd ask a million questions, explore new things, and everything felt exciting. As we get older, we tend to lose that sense of curiosity, don't we? But what if we could bring that back? What if being curious again could actually help us live more authentically? Being curious is like being a detective in your own life. Curiosity helps you dig deeper and discover new things. It's like walking down a path you've never taken before. You never know what you'll find. Let me share with you how you can concretely embrace new things with excitement, which will lead to living a more authentic and fulfilling life. Curiosity starts with asking, what if? These two little words can unlock all kinds of possibilities. Instead of getting stuck in the I can't mindset, ask yourself, what if I could? And see where that leads. Next time you're stuck or unsure, try asking yourself, what if I tried something totally different? Or what if I embraced the unknown and went for it? For example, have you ever found yourself saying, I can't do that, but deep down you were a little curious about it? What if you tried just one thing to get started? Or what is something you've always wanted to try but were too scared or unsure to start? Maybe it's something small like joining a new class, or something bigger like quitting your day job to pursue your dream. What would it look like if you took just one small step towards that? Asking what if helps you shake up your routine and gives you a fresh perspective. You start to see new opportunities that wouldn't have noticed before. Being curious means saying yes to things that feel unfamiliar. You don't have to do something huge. Small new experiences can make a world of a difference. It's about stretching your outside comfort zone and trying something just a little different. For example, when was the last time you said yes to something new? You can set that goal of saying yes to one new thing each week, something you wouldn't normally do, but that you've always been curious about. When you say yes, you open up a world of experiences you never thought you would have. It's like opening a door to a new part of yourself. If you're loving this idea of being open and curious, I have a whole video that dives even deeper into how you can keep this mindset going and build it in your everyday routines. So be sure to check it out if you want to take this to the next level. Do you ever feel like your mind is constantly somewhere else? Whether you are replaying the past or worrying about the future, it's so easy to get caught up in those thoughts. But what if you could simply stop, breathe, and actually experience the present moment? What if you could just not live for the future or be stuck in the past anymore, but just live right now, fully engaged in your life as it's happening? Think about your mind as a busy city streets. Lots of noise, lots of movements, and tons of things pulling your attention in all directions. But when you practice mindfulness, you become like a calm observer standing on the sidewalk, watching everything happen without getting swept away by it. Instead of reacting to every car, every sound, you simply notice, breathe, and stay grounded. That's what mindfulness does. It helps you step back from the noise and focus on what's truly happening in the moment. Let me share with you how you can concretely develop a deeper sense of peace and joy by experiencing everything fully. Start by paying attention to your thoughts and emotions. The first step to mindfulness is developing awareness of your thoughts and feelings. You don't need to change anything just yet. Just observe what's going on in your mind. It's like getting to know your mind's habits. For example, do you ever find yourself lost in your thought about what happened yesterday or worrying about tomorrow? Or maybe you're having lunch, but your mind is on the meeting you have later or something that happened at work this morning. This is where mindfulness starts. Noticing those moments when your mind drifts. When you notice it, gently bring yourself back to the present. It's all about awareness, not judging, just observing. What do you feel right now? Physically and emotionally. Maybe you feel tense in your shoulders or a bit restless. Maybe there is a bit of excitement or nervousness. Check in with yourself every now and then. When you bring awareness to your feelings, it gives you a chance to understand them and decide how to respond, rather than just reacting out of habit. Then, mindful breathing is a powerful tool to help you stay grounded in the present moment. By focusing on your breath, you can interrupt the constant mental chatter and calm your nervous system. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed, try this. Close your eyes for a few seconds and take a deep breath. Inhale slowly for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts and exhale for 4 counts. Can you feel how your body relaxes as you breathe in and out? Deep breathing helps calm your body and clear your mind. It's a simple way to press pause and come back to here and now, rather than being lost in stress or worry. If you're ready to explore mindfulness even further, I've got another video that breaks down easy techniques you can start using every day. I'll dive into how to bring mindfulness into different parts of your life so you can get to know yourself better on a deeper level. Now, this is just the beginning. In order to build a life that feels authentically yours, you need to know your strengths. Without knowing what you're naturally good at, you'll never be able to fulfill your full potential. So click on the screen to figure out how you can thrive the most by exploring your biggest strengths and qualities.